بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين. All praises to Allah. We send peace and salutations upon Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Nine tools of Shaytan to mislead us. We're going to study today in the daily reminder, and we're going to learn about those 9 ways of Shaytan to defeat us, to destroy us. Remember, ya ikhwah, Shaytan is an open enemy for us. Shaytan is our clear enemy. It's a clear enemy to mankind. Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned this in the Noble Quran. I want you to listen carefully, to pay attention, because after learning and after knowing these 9 tools of Shaytan, your life will be different. Why? Because you will know this is from Shaytan. Shaytan is tricking me here. Shaytan is trying to pull me here. Shaytan is trying to make me sad here. So pay attention, inshallah, and whatever knowledge you learn, share it with others. And share with us your inputs, your suggestion, your questions. Feel free, inshallah, to share with us. طيب. So we said, in the Quran, Allah Rabbul Arsh, your Lord, He taught us about Shaytan as an enemy to us, as an open enemy to us. Allah said in the Noble Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الشيطان كان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا. Shaytan is an enemy for you. It's an open enemy for you. Take Shaytan as an enemy for you, because he is an enemy for you. This Shaytan, right from the time of Adam alayhi salam, is trying to mislead people. He's trying to mislead people, mislead the children of Adam. إن الشيطان للإنسان عدو مبين. Allah said, indeed Shaytan to mankind is an open enemy, mubin, a great enemy. Sometimes some of us aren't aware of this enemy, that we can't see him. He can see us. You can't see him, but you have an enemy. You have an enemy already that you can't see. You know, if you have an enemy and I know the enemy, I can see him. This is the enemy. You avoid him. When you see him, you take your precaution. But no, Shaytan, you can't see him. إنهم يرونكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم. Allah says, Shaytan can see you, but you can't see them. He sees us, but we can't see him. What an enemy is that? This is Shaytan. And he promised, and he took a vow on himself that he's going to mislead us. He's going to ruin our life. You know, obviously the enemy, ya ikhwah, any enemy, he won't wish good for us. Enemies don't wish good for you. Enemies, when enemies sees you happy, they get angry. So they try to destroy your happiness. Shaytan is your greatest enemy. When you're happy, Shaytan is not happy. When you're happy, Shaytan is not happy. So he tries to make you sad. When you are good, when you are close from Allah, Shaytan is not happy. Shaytan is not happy. He tries to distance you away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So keep this in mind before knowing the tools that we're speaking about right now, inshallah. طيب, let us start with the first tool. The first tool for Shaytan to mislead you and to ruin you and to ruin your entire life. You want to ruin your entire life. التزيين والتجميل. Adorning the haram. Shaytan wants to adorn the haram. So from the tricks of Shaytan and from his ways to destroy us, تزيين الحرام. Adorning the haram for you. This is so good. وَلَأُزَيِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ. I'm going to adorn for them their a'mal, their evil doings, so that they can do it and they continue to do it. وَيَعِدُهُمْ وَيُمَنِّيهِمْ. Shaitan promises you, see, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. If you do that, this is what's going to happen. Right from the time of Adam alayhi salam. Let us give an example. How Shaitan adorned things for us. Right from the time of Adam alayhi salam. Do you remember the story of the tree? The story of the tree. It's mentioned not only in the Quran, even in previous books, but with some slight of changes in the details. According to Islam, it was just a normal tree. Some other religions say it's a tree of knowledge, the tree of life, the tree of Islam is just a normal. Allah was testing his submission. Don't do this, don't do that. Make salah 5 times a day. Why not 7? Make salah, fast the month of Ramadan. Why Ramadan? Why can't I fast Shawwal? Allah commanded so. So Allah said to Adam alayhi salam, eat from all the trees of Jannah, but don't eat from this tree. Why? Was it the tree of knowledge? Was it the tree of eternity? What was the tree? It was just a normal tree. Allah was testing him. Allah is testing him. The test of submission. What does submission means in Arabic? The translation of submission to Allah? Islam. Excellent. Islam. Your entire life is a journey of submission to Allah. You are called a Muslim. What does a Muslim means? A submissive servant of Allah. Are you a submissive servant of Allah? Do you truly submit? The commandments of Allah Azza wa Jalla, do you really fulfill it? Even if it's against your desire, I submit my will to Allah. My will might be somewhere else, but I need to submit it. I need to surrender to Allah Azza wa Jalla my entire life. So Allah said to Adam alayhi salam, don't eat from this tree. Don't eat from this tree. Eat from everything else, but not this one. What did Shaytan do to take him out of this? What did Shaytan do to make it? Obviously, Shaytan wasn't happy with that. Shaytan wasn't happy with that. So the open enemy, the greatest of enemies to mankind, he came to Adam alayhi salam and he said, you see, ما منعك, Allah didn't stop you from eating from it, except that you're going to be malakain. If you eat from it, you're going to be an angel. If you eat from it, you will turn into an angel. It is the tree of eternity. شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى. This is how Shaytan adorned the haram to you. See this, you see that if you didn't wear the hijab now, what's going to happen? So many people who are looking for a wife, they're going to see your beauty and they're going to come to you and engage you. What is that? Shaytan is trying to adorn the haram for you. But Allah al-Azim, that sister who's wearing the hijab, she gets more proposals. She gets so many proposals. Subhanallah. Allah, the naseeb is from Allah. The shares and the rizq from Allah Azza wa Jalla. And you be pious and you be kind and a good person, your khair is going to come to you. It's knocking your door, wherever you may be. Your rizq is going to come. And a pious person is going to come. But be aware of these tricks of Shaytan. Maybe if I show some part of my beauty, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It's not like that. This is all from Shaytan, promising you and adorning the haram for you. Adorning the haram for you. If I work in this thing that is haram, this kind of a job, this kind of business, etc. If I just get dakha to sell it in my shop, if I get this to sell it in my shop, then I'll get so many customers, and then Shaytan come and adorn. Yeah, what's wrong with it, There's nothing wrong. So many people are smoking every day and it's not harming them in any way. You're going to make a lot of money. I'm just imagining, but this is true. It's realistic example. Shaytan adorned the haram in this way. He came to Sayyidina Adam and adorned for him to eat from the tree in this way. So the first way is adorning the haram for you. طيب. التزيين والتجميل. Number two, يا إخوة, التشكيك. التشكيك is to make you doubtful about things, to make you think so much of different things, make your mind busy of different things. And this will happen, for example, giving examples will explain better. Giving examples will explain better, Someone is fearing poverty, always thinking of it. Always, this fearing of poverty is troubling him so much. So it spoils his life. Remember, we said Shaytan doesn't want to see you happy. Shaytan doesn't want to see you happy. So, okay, you if you are happy for a while, it comes and say, you see, are you happy? You might lose your job. What are you going to do now? You start thinking of, I'm going to lose my job. There's some issue with me with the manager. What must I do? And you keep thinking of such an issue until maybe you're going to lose it in reality because of that fear. Or make you think so much excessively about poverty, about sickness. You're going to get sick. You see what you got diabetes? Maybe you're going to die. You start thinking and you start be busy with that, and the whole day you're thinking of this. You're going to die. It's going to trouble you a lot. And you're going to break you every day, and you're going to test yourself, and make you cry. And maybe it's a small thing, but keep thinking until you get sick, until you get more sick. Sheikh Abdul Hamid Kishk rahimahullah used to say, الناس من خوف المرض في مرض. People out of the fear of sickness, they get sick. Out of the fear of sickness, they get sick. Out of the fear of poverty, they deprive themselves. They live a miserable life because they're fearing poverty. So their entire life, they keep and save and save and save, and they don't even enjoy it. What is the money for? هل لك من مالك إلا ما لبست فأفنيت. Rasulullah says that money is made for what? You buy for yourself your clothes, you buy food, the things that you spend, or you give as sadaqah. This is what is for you. But other than that, the extras that we keep, and we don't enjoy, and we fear poverty, and then you get poor in reality, or you live like poor people in reality. And as Shaytan is happy. Now Shaytan tricked you. Understand, ya ikhwan? Mention the second point is at-tashkik, to make you doubtful about your life, about things that might happen to you, fearing poverty, fearing sickness, fearing this, fearing that, and makes you always anxious. Allah mentioned this in the Noble Quran. إن الإنسان خلق هلوعا إذا مسه الشر جزوعا وإذا مسه الخير منوعا إلا المصلين. Allah says, in what can be translated, indeed mankind is created anxious. Mankind has got some fears. And who promotes and maximizes these fears within you? Shaytan. Shaytan promotes it and maximizes it. Why? He wants you to be always anxious and not to be happy. Why? He's your enemy, akhi. Remember we mentioned in the beginning, he's an open enemy for you. So you'd be very happy that you're not happy. Very happy that you're not living in peace of mind. Remember this. Always remember this. And you can't see him. So he's spoiling your life in every possible way. So the second point we said, he's going to make you doubtful about things, fearing things. In the same verse that I recited, Allah mentioned the way to get out of that. And that's إِلَّا الْمُصَلِّينَ, except those who make salah. Make salah at home and your masjid. Keeps you calm, keeps you cool, keeps you away and aware of these tricks of Shaytan. The dhikr of Allah in the house. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Keep the constant dhikr on your tongue. Dhikr when you enter the house, when you come out of the house, while protecting yourself from this Shaytan al-Rajim. Understand, ya ikhwan? طيب. The third point, al-ihbat wal-ya's, we call it in Arabic, to make you desperate, make you lose hope. Make you lose hope. Either lose hope of Taubah, lose hope that Allah is going to forgive you. That's one of the ways. Or lose hope of your life, completely lose hope of life. I want to die, commit suicide or something. Shaitan will try this way. One of his tools is to make you lose hope. Come to a person who's a sinner, for example, say, you did the sins, aren't you shy of yourself? You want to come back to Allah? You are so far away from Allah Azza wa Jal. Come on, man. You're not going to work. You're not going to do it. Enjoy yourself. You're lost already. Enjoy yourself. One day, one person came to one of the Salihin, and he said to him, some said Sayyidina al-Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah. A person came to him and he said to him, aren't people shy of Allah Azza wa Jal, aren't sinners shy of Allah Azza wa Jal, that they commit sins and they come back to Allah, and they commit sins and they return back to Allah, and they commit sins and they should fix themselves first before they come back to Allah. So they come back to Allah once and done. So he said, what does Shaytan law dhafira minkum bihadi? He said, Shaytan wishes that you get this thinking of you. Shaytan wishes that you think like that. Why? Because if you start thinking like that, your situation will deteriorate. If you don't come back to Allah immediately, when you err, when you make a sin, then your situation will deteriorate and you'll be more far away from Allah Azza wa Jal. Ya akhi, come back to Allah. Don't give up. Shaytan is promising you that you are doomed, and Allah is promising you maghfiratan minhu wa ridwanan. Allah is promising you forgiveness. Allah is promising you rahmah. Just come back to Allah. The verse in the Quran says, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. O my servants who wronged themselves excessively, committed so many sins, don't ever feel despair from the mercy of Allah. Your Rabb is calling you. Don't ever feel despair from the mercy of Allah. Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Allah forgives all sins. Jami'a means all kinds of sins, different sins. Killing, zina, this, major, minor, Allah accept. Jami'a can means as big as it is. Doesn't matter. Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Allah can wipe it all away easily to Allah. So jami'an can mean two things. When we ponder and reflect, you understand these beautiful secrets of the Quran. Inna Allah yaghfiru dhunuba jami'a. Jami'a means all together. All together meaning when it comes to the kind of sin is a small sin, big sin, this sin, that sin. Allah can forgive it still. Don't worry. As long as you're gonna repent before that, Allah will accept. طيب. Or jami'a means as big as it is. Maybe it's so big. لو بلغت ذنوبك عنان السماء. If your sins reaches the borders of the heavens, then you can make istighfar and tawbah to Allah. غفرت لك ولا أبالي. Allah says, I will forgive you, and doesn't matter what happens. Allah will forgive you. Allah's calling you and Shaytan is calling you. Allah is calling you to forgiveness and mercy, and Shaytan is calling you to be doomed. Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to follow? Which promise you trust? You trust Allah or you trust Shaytan? You trust Rabbul Arsh, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Al-Ghafur, At-Tawwab, who accepted your tawbah many times, who forgave you many times, who concealed you when you were doing the sins many times. Now when you repent, on the day of judgment, Allah won't mention these sins. Allah will wipe it away. Allah will wipe it away. There are two narrations speaking about this point of the ta'ib to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who repents to Allah azza wa jalla, who did not believe Shaytan. One narration says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah the Almighty, will remind the person of his sins. أتذكر ذنب كذا وكذا. On the day of judgment, when you stand in front of Allah, everyone will stand in front of Allah. The believers will be standing in front of Allah. You will talk to Allah, you will see Allah, and Allah will see you, and Allah will talk to you. And Allah will say, do you remember that sin? Privately, no one is watching, no one can see, no one can hear, only you and Allah. يُدْنِ اللَّهُ عَبْدَهُ الْمُؤْمِنِ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. Then Allah will remind him of his sins. Allah will make him close, and then Allah will remind him of his sins. And that servant of Allah will say, yes, Ya Rab. Do you remember that sin? Say, yes, Ya Rab. And that sin that you did on that day, yes, Ya Rab. And that sin, and he will keep on saying yes. And then Allah, that person, that abd, that servant of Allah, will think that he's going to go to the hell. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, غَفَرْتُهَا لَكَ فِي الدُّنْيا. I forgive it in dunya. Well, I concealed you in dunya. When you were doing these sins, I concealed you in dunya. وَالْيَوْمَ أَغْفِرُهَا لَكَ. Today I forgive it to you. Allahu Akbar. What would be your feelings at that time? You'll be so happy. Allah forgive everything. Allahu Akbar. And another narration mentioned that some other persons, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Allah is judging them, and as they have the book of records with them, then they'll say, Ya Rab, I don't see some sins here. I did some sins and I don't see it here. Yeah, see mankind, see the human being, see the mentality of a human being. You don't see your sin, khalas, just go to Jannah, ya akhi. No, I can't see some sins here. If you pass, khalas. If you don't see the sins, why are you asking about it? But some people will be like this. Some people ask, say, Ya Rab, I don't see some of the sins that I did in dunya. Allah already wiped it away. Because of your tawbah and forgiveness, Allah wiped it away. Understand, ya akhwa? Because of your istighfar and tawbah, Allah wiped it away. Allahu Akbar. So don't ever feel despair. Shaytan wants you to feel despair. Say, I am an addiction, I am in this, I am in that. Or feel despair of changing. Not feeling despair only of forgiveness. No, feeling despair of changing. I can't change, It's difficult to change. I can't make salah on time. I can't make salah at all. It's difficult to make salah. Yeah, salah is so easy. 5 times salah. Allah, if each salah can take you 5 minutes, let's say 10 minutes. Let's say 10 minutes. 10 minutes time is 5. How many? 50 minutes. 1 hour. Okay. How many hours Allah give you? 24 hours. Allah granted you 24 hours. Can't you give Allah 1 hour? 1 hour? And he says, Shaytan wants you to make it. It's difficult. You are at work, man. How are you going to do salah at work? You can make wudu at home and you can take a corner anywhere and make salah there. Make a plan and Allah will open the door for you. Ya. I'm studying. Don't you take a break or something? Make salah during the break time. Don't let Shaytan tricks you. Don't let Shaytan deceive you here. Make you feel that I can't do it. Make you feel desperate. I can't change. I am in addiction to drugs. It is impossible to come out of it. No, you cannot come out of it. I am homosexual. Sheikh, it's a natural desire. I can't change. No, you can't change. You can prevent it. You can stop it. It's a desire like any other desire. Like the desire to alcohol, like the desire to zina, like the desire to any desire. You can control the desire. Don't let these hooks step on you. Don't let these hooks destroy your life. That you can't change. You can change. Allah said, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Successful are those who make tazkiyah to themselves. You can better yourself. I have a short temper, Sheikh. I'm created like this. I can't change myself. You can change. Even if you're in your innate nature right from birth, you can still change this manner. إنما العلم بالتعلم والحلم بالتحلم والصبر بالتصبر. Don't say, no, I can't. You can. Who wants you to believe that you can't? Shaytan. Make you feel. One of his tools is to make you feel desperate. I can't do it, Make you feel disappointed with yourself and with your situation. Stand up, rise. I can change. إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah won't change the condition of people until they themselves are able to change. They wish to change. If you have that power in yourself, within yourself, I want to change, I'm going to be a different person, I'm going to do it. Wallahi, you will do it. And Allah will give you the power. إن يعلم الله في قلوبكم خيرا يؤتكم خيرا. If Allah knows in your heart this khair, Allah is going to give you khair. Allah is going to give you the capacity. Just fix the inside and start and stand up. And say, I'm going to change from today on, and put a plan and start. Bismillah. I'm going to come to Allah Azza wa Jalla. I'm going to live a decent life. It's time to live a decent life. What is left in my life may be not like what passed. Maybe I don't have that enough time or enough years in my life to fix my relationship with Allah Azza wa Jalla. Don't let Shaytan tricks you or enter from this gate to you. The next point number 4. At-taswif. At-taswif means he delays you. He makes you say, you will do it later on. Do this later on. One day you're going to do it. One day you'll make Taubah. One day you'll change. I will do this. One day I will. It's called taswif in Arabic. Taswif from the Arabic word sawfa. Sawfa means I will. سوف أذهب. سوف أبقى. سوف أأكل. سوف أشرب. سوف means I will. I will. I will. He makes you say in your mind. Shaitan says in your mind, you will do it, but not now. You will make salah, not today. You will wear your hijab, but not today. You will be a very pious servant of Allah, but not now. It's delayed. He delays everything for you. In your mind, he delays everything. I will do this, I will do that, and nothing happens. And Malakul Maut comes all of a sudden. That's a trick of Shaitan and a tool. When he sees that you might go there, you are about to do it, say, yeah, but don't do it now, do it later on. That's why the Salihin says, whenever you find an opportunity for khair, grab it immediately, rush towards it, run. And Allah said it in the Quran, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ. وَسَابِقُوا. In the Quran you say the words like سَارِعُوا, سَابِقُوا. Why? سَارِعُوا, rush, earn. Why? For the khair, you must rush, you must run. For goodness, you must immediately do it. For the forgiveness, for tawbah, for changing yourself, immediately run to it. Why is that? Because you might not get the opportunity again. There is an open enemy. Your greatest enemy, if he knew about this, he's going to put obstacles on your way. He's going to make you forget it. How many times? Let me give you an example. How many times you heard the adhan? You heard the adhan, right? And then he said, okay, let me just finish this and do it. Let me just finish this thing and do it. Let me just watch this match and just 5 more minutes and then you forget about it completely until the time is gone. Until you miss that salah. How many times it happened in your life? Tricks of Shaitan. It's sawfa. I will do this one day. And you just, how many times you woke up for Fajr? Allah Azza wa Jalla let you woke up and you check the time. Oh, it's just 5 minutes before Fajr or time of Fajr or after Fajr. You're already in the time still. And you just woke up and opened your eyes and you knew that this is the time of Fajr. And then Shaitan said, no, still, you can do it. Just 10 minutes, 10 more minutes. Just sleep for 10 more minutes. You will do it, but not now. 10 more. And then you wake up after sunrise. How many times did this? Realistic examples, ya ikhwa. So what should I do? Push the blanket away and stand up. And you can even talk to the blanket. Fil jannati ma huwa khayrun mink, like the Sahaba. He used to catch the blanket. In Jannah there is better blanket than you. Push it away and goes. Like that. Rush towards khair. Why? Because there is the open enemy. He wants you to delay the change. He wants you to delay the change. He doesn't want you to change at all. Be aware of this tool of Shaytan. Fine. The next point. Al-ghadab. It's called Al-ghadab. Ghadab means anger. Ghadab means anger. Shaytan wants you to get angry. Who wants you to get angry? Shaytan wants to get angry. Every time you get angry, remember the open enemy. The open enemy defeated you. He defeated you because he caused you to be angry. When you're angry, sometimes you don't know what you say. How many people divorced during the time of anger? How many people killed during the time of anger? The narration says, الشيطان يأخذ ابن آدم عند الغضب والشهوة. Shaitan sees you during the time of anger, during the time of desire, temptation. During the time of anger, he tries to cause you anger. Why? So that you can do anything and you not realize, or say some foul words, and then you lose it. Remember, he's an open enemy. Someone didn't stop by the stop sign or by the traffic robot, etc., and you start insulting and you get furious and you get angry, and then maybe that other person gets angry when you insult him, and then he comes out of his car, you come out of your car, you start fighting, and maybe you kill him or he kills you. Who's laughing on the other side? Shaytan, the open enemy. Your greatest enemy is so happy. He's so happy. He's jumping out of happiness. He's dancing out of happiness. Why? I ended his life. Right? Yeah, for silly reasons. I managed. I defeated him easily. Be aware of these tricks of Shaytan. Makes you angry. Makes you angry with your wife. How dare she does that? How dare he speaks to me like this? And then we start to fight, and no one of them is pulling out or off or keeping quiet or listening to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. إذا غضب أحدكم فليسكت. If you got angry, keep quiet or change your place or go make wudu. No, continue. He mustn't think that I'm weaker than him, and we still fight, and then divorce. Who's happy and laughing on the other side? Shaytan is happy and laughing on the other side. Who's paying the price? You paying the price. Your wife paying the price. The children paying the price. The family is paying the price. Why? Because of a silly thing that you couldn't solve it with communication. Most of the problems that comes to us in marriage counseling, it comes because of them cannot communicate. They cannot communicate. And most of the problems, we solve it by letting them communicate. We don't do so much. They speak, and this one speak, and this one speak. No interruption. They hear each other for the first time maybe. Maybe they're hearing each other for the first time. Everyone says whatever he wants to say. Say. No one will interrupt you at all. This is what happened, and he said this, and he is doing this to me, and she says this. Everyone speaks, and they're hearing these things for the first time, because they could have heard it from each other at home. But there's no time. Why? They were fighting. Who pushed them to fight? Shaytan, the open enemy. Caused both of them angry, so there's no communication. So marriages fail because of that. You can, if you get to deal, I mention this always to those newly married couples. I say, deal on a way to solve your problems with better communication right from the beginning of marriage. Before you marry, deal. And if there is something that you don't like with me, this is the way that we should solve it. We should go together to our room, and softly we should speak to one another and tell me frankly, what is it that you want me to change? And I will tell you frankly what is it I want to change. And we should respect each other and accept that, even if it's a criticism, we have to accept it from each other. Like this, you solve the problems. Don't listen to Shaytan that will push you to be angry and then destroys your life. The next point, ikhwa, Shaytan will make dunya your main concern. Shaytan will try to make, one of his tools is to make dunya your major concern, to be thinking of dunya right from the time you open your eyes in the morning. From the time you open your eyes in the morning, dunya, my work, my business, my this, my that. Where is Allah in your life? نَسُوا اللَّهَ فَأَنْسَاهُمْ أَنفُسَهُمْ. They forgot Allah, Allah let them forget themselves. But who pushed them to forget Allah? Who pushed them to focus on dunya only from the beginning of the day right until the end of the day? Shaytan. Aduwwun mubin, the greatest of your enemies. He'll try to take you from this way. But isn't it time to say, follow stop? 10 minutes before Salah, I need to be prepared spiritually, physically, and in the masjid. I wish to isolate myself from dunya, clear my mind completely. Stop. Why Allah made Salat 5 different times during the day? different stations to isolate yourself from dunya. Clear your mind from dunya. Clear your mind from dunya completely. Understand? Because if it is left like that without salah, for example, what will happen? Dunya right through. From the time you open your eyes in the morning, right until the time you close your eyes in the evening, dunya. And the next day, dunya. The next day, dunya. Malakul Maut comes. What did you do? Nothing. What did you achieve? Nothing. You didn't worship Allah, you didn't make ibadah. Some people like this already. Some people doing this already. They're missing salah, they're missing ibadah, they're missing fasting, they're missing... It's time to come back to Allah. Who's pushing you to think of dunya, dunya, dunya right from the beginning of the day until the end of the day? Your shaitan. Be careful, akhi. Be careful, my sister. You're not going to feel the true happiness in dunya and in akhirah unless you connect yourself to Allah. في القلب شعث لا يلمه إلا الإقبال على الله. In the human heart, there are some kind of scattered feelings that will not be controlled until you get closer to your Rabb, to Allah Azza wa Jal. طيب, the next point, يا إخوة. التفرق. Shaytan will try to make disunity. Shaytan will maximize our differences. This one is a kafir. This one is a mubtadi'. This one is a fasiq. This one is... You find yourself all alone. And everyone is all alone. And then the enemies come and destroy all of us. فرق تسد. Say, فرق تسد. And this is a principle of the enemies of humans now. The human enemies. To destroy the ummah is to disunite the ummah. This whole ummah that you see now, as 52 countries or so, there was only one day it was one country. Like how you have United States of America or European Union or whatever it is, there was the Khilafah Union. The Khilafah Union, gathering so many countries under that umbrella. It lasted from the time of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam right until the year 1924. 100 years ago that we had a Khilafah. We had a big umbrella that united the Ummah. And where is it now? It's gone. And what happened? Muslims are scattered. Who pushed for that? The enemies. The enemies. And the greatest enemy, Shaytan. Shaytan won this disunity amongst all of us. And Allah mentioned it in the Noble Quran. قُلْ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يَقُولُوا الَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ يَنزَغُ بَيْنَهُم إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لِلْإِنسَانِ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. It says, say to the believers to speak that which is good. Make sure you watch out for what comes out of your mouth. Why? Because your shaitan will try to misinterpret it and makes you distant from one another. What did she say? Why did she say this about me? What does she think of herself? And then X, and this one X, and this one X, and then our relationship are destroyed. And then who's happy on the other side? Shaitan is dancing. Shaitan is so happy. Khilaf, disunity between all of us. The last point, ikhwa, is ta'zeem al-mafqood. What you miss from dunya, Shaitan maximizes it so much. You miss a relationship, you miss this, you miss that. Shaitan in your mind, you missed this one, you missed it. And then he makes you feel sad. The whole day you sad about it. And the next day you sad. Shaitan is happy because you sad. Shaitan is happy. But this is dunya. This is dunya. We spoke before about that. It's dunya. It is turab. It is dust. It's nothing. How can you cry over dust? The next life you're going to find a compensation. Don't worry. Don't panic. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. When you miss anything of dunya, not only miss lives, when you miss anything of dunya, say, Inna lillah, we belong to Allah and we're going to come back to Allah. To remind you. Why do we say it? Why we encourage to say it whenever we face a musibah, whenever we miss anything? Because Allah wants you to remember that you're coming back to Allah. You're not created for this dunya. Be aware of that. Shaitan wants you to know, no, it's only one life. Enjoy it now. If you missed it, you missed it. No. It is another life. I'm not going to listen to you. Jannah, I'm going to have all what I wish for and more. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I'm not married in dunya, I'm going to be married in the next life. No proposals came for me. In the next life, you're going to get Jannah and get paradise and husbands there or wives there or whatever. Or children there. Subhanallah. I wasn't rich. Next life, you're going to be rich. I was sick with disabilities. Next life, you're going to be without disabilities. Ta'zeem al-mafqood. Shaitan will try to make you maximize your feelings and exaggerate about your feelings and emotions for anything that you miss. And then this depression. 10 million person pass away yearly because of depression. Imagine here, this big number because of depression, sadness. Who's happy on the other side when you go into depression or you think of suicide, etc.? Your shaitan is so happy No, I'm not going to make my shaitan happy. I belong to Allah, and whatever Allah Azza wa Jal bring for me, I'm accepting. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the understanding. Whatever you learned, maybe it will benefit other people. Share it with them to benefit them, inshallah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه والحمد لله رب العالمين.